Welcome back. Round 3 versus Colin is in my opinion. And we're on the draw. This is a good hand though. It gets some pretty aggressive Blood Rage Brawler going early. Be better on the play, but at least we get that extra card to pitch. Looks like we're pitching a Swamp here. As long as we can draw that third land, I think we'll be okay. Guardian, yeah? Nice. Alright, so now we have our plays sort of set out. We'll discard a Swamp. It does give us a chance to draw our fourth land on time still. I don't know what this is going to be exactly. We could hold up Festering Mummy to kill the Guardian. They don't really have pump spells they could use on the Guardian because that's not how that works. They'll have to sacrifice it. So we can just play another thing that attacks through the Guardian. They could counter it. They are playing the colors that do that cancel. Alright, an even trade. And we're still kind of doing it here. No reason to play anything out. If they make us play it again, we could discard like the Swamp and play the Mummy and play it again. But as it is, we've got options. They're holding up Counter Magic again, but they might also be holding up card draw. We don't want to give them that time. The only thing that really sucks here is if they get us with Censor, but it doesn't look like that's the case. Yeah, they draw 2. What's that effect called? Instant speed, draw 2 cards. Intuition? Inspiration? Something like that? Getting inspired. Well now. We could steal their guy. That would be rude. Then, that puts them down to 5. Fling is nearly lethal. It also gets one blocker out of the way. And I don't think we can just sit around. Right, so their best bet here, I guess, is to block that. They go to 5. And if we hit with anything, they're dead. Well, good luck hitting with anything for the rest of the game. It was a bit of a calculated risk there. Ooh. Well, now's our big chance to electrify the Horror. And that makes our attack a lot better because they can't kill all of our creatures. They could just take down Hyena Pack. But again, if we hit with either creature, they're dead. Don't chump, don't chump. Okay, they're chumping. Those punks. Maybe it was right just to attack with the Brawler. But I did think there was a chance they didn't block with the zombie there. Hyena Pack's just not good. I think it's fine. Give it too hard of a time. Kefnet. Kefnet won't be active for some time yet. Yeah, I don't think we worry about Kefnet. Jeez, almighty. Oh no, now Fling's not lethal. But this should still be okay, I guess. So they're kind of hurting now. I mean, they have enough land out to draw with Kefnet, return a land, put it back down. Is that what they're doing here, drawing? No, they've got another horror, which is pretty bad for us. Okay, but we know... Oh, that's so good, I think. We know they kind of have to block the Brawler here. Interesting. Yeah, they kind of have to block there. The thing is, if we attack with both and they block the Mummy, they're at 1, but Plague Belcher isn't lethal. And now they need 2 blockers. I mean, it's still going to be close. Yeah, using Kefnet is a good sign. Good sign for us. And of course they return a land here. Play it again. No! Give me a break. Illusory Wrappings. Yep. Yep, now this is where they come back and beat us, unfortunately. It's the only way I see this going. Yep. That's pretty good, but we'll have to save it. And now they just keep clawing back. They could go up to 6 or maybe 7 cards here. They return a land and activate Kefnet again. Kind of funny that they didn't play it there. Oh, they did return an island. They just didn't replay it? That's weird. Well, that means we don't have quite as much damage to do. We really need to resolve something like Stir the Sands. That's just not going to do it. Even our biggest creature doesn't kill them in one shot. All right, Stir the Sands. That was a great draw. The question is, do we try to get in there with the 3 damage this turn, or is it better to wait for Trial of Ambition? Yeah, I think we have to wait and use Cartouche of Zeal as a trick. Like our best bet here is to draw a good creature next turn. And I'm holding back the land, partly because we could draw Merciless Javelineer. Which doesn't quite do it either. Trial of Ambition. A little bit awkward. We can just sack the Belcher. It means less of these life loss triggers, but they might navigate it so they don't have any of those anyway. Just getting in more damage makes sense. God. All the wrappings. Yeah, can't win. Can't win. Maybe could have won that. Maybe we played it poorly. There were some areas that we could have played differently in the beginning. In general, though, I like our deck. I like the mummies here. Yeah, I think the deck is set up well for this matchup. Just have to play a little more carefully. Oh, I thought it was so easy to win that. The one turn we messed up, I think I just lost sight of Fling being our win condition, and we used it to get in and attack, although that attack wasn't even that good. Then there was a turn we could have attacked with the zombie, and the thing got them down to 1. Or at least lower. Very interesting game. Yeah, once again, not a premium hand, but right on the borderline of you probably have to keep it. If you keep the 5-card hand, then you probably want to keep the 7-card hand. We do find a cycler. They could censor either one. I guess we throw out Sniper first. Ah, they've F6'd. Good. We didn't see we saw a counterspell, but we didn't see the what's it called? Essence Scatter. And if they're holding up counter magic, that's not good against our hand right now. Soul Stinger. Well, that's a good blocker for them here. Pretty good anyway. But with this attack, they only get to kill one of our creatures. It's almost tempting to save that creature. Yeah, I guess that wasn't appealing to them either. But then we can play a Minotaur second. I'm excited to get our 5th mana. Then we cycle and get some value out of the sniper. Otherwise, he's just been a small pest. This game is looking a lot better, but I have to admit, game 1 looked pretty well until we kind of messed it up. That sucks. Yeah, that really sucks. Did they kill all our creatures here? It's only 3. I mean, we can kind of trade hits like this, and we might be better off using Fling or Electrify to finish it. Oh man. We actually have to consider a lot of options here. Electrify is the most natural. But Fling makes some sense too. Yeah, I'll tell you what. Let's attack with both of these. Not pass our attack step. Attack with both of these. Get that damage in. And just electrify their guy now. If they put the counters on the sniper, I'm not going to save it. Because that could be lethal next turn. Our Fling Supernatural Stamina combo could be lethal next turn. That's 14 damage. Glyph Keeper. Yeah, it looks like we got it. As long as we do it kind of all at the right time here. All right. That is game number 2. So we're on to game 3. We'll be on the draw. So our discard is still good against that. If they put us on the draw, and they have all this stuff. We have to worry a little bit about their 5/3 flyer, but a lot of our creatures attack through it. Maybe Scarab Feast gets better if they have a couple embalm creatures like Glyph Keeper. And it's pretty easy to cycle. What would we do? Take out a land for this? No, it looks like we're decently set up to begin with. Yeah, let's run it back. This is it. This is for the 3-0. Nice little start in this 9-round tournament. Come on. Certainly a keepable hand here. Looks like it has some late game prospects. And some early game. Ooh, I don't know. I don't know what to do. We could pitch the Sure Shot, or just pitch Nefcrop Entangler. I really don't like pitching land here. Let's see if it resolves first. Alright, so the two options here are the Sure Shot and the Entangler. And we're guaranteed to play one next turn. I think the Sure Shot is just better. If we really didn't think we're going to draw land, maybe we get rid of, I don't know, one of our 4-drops, but they're what's going to carry us through the late game. Ugh, gross. Well, we still kind of get there. All these wrappings. It's so rude. There's Kefnet. Now that is early. And it lets us get down Minotaur. If they really want to hold up Kefnet here, they can. Not if they play a land, though. Baleful Ammit, yeah, that's not a problem. Oh man, it's coming down to the wire, as usual. So if we steal Baleful Ammit, we get an 11, puts them down to 7, they attack us back. That's not great. If we offer the trade, then they have mana left over. I think our best bet here is to electrify. And I will play a land first, because the only counter magic they could have for electrify is Censor. And we just regular attack with the Minotaur, so maybe we get in more damage later. And they're still playing land, that's a good sign for us. Well, that's not a good sign. And they could... what could they do? They could double block the Minotaur just to take it out. But then the other Minotaur gets through, and they're down to 1 zombie. Yeah, I kind of like that. I kind of like that. And then we can hold on to this land Yeah, let's do this. I like this attack. While they're tapped out here. Is the 1 damage gonna matter this turn, I wonder? Yeah, make sure to block with the right 2 zombies. Beginner mistake if they mess that up. I mean, it's reasonable to block the sure shot. Let's see, do we want to pump and then play a land and the Javelineer? Pump it twice. Because then we draw a card next turn. We have limits plus card, so that means an activation of Javelineer plus limits. That should be enough for the game. It's 9, or just 3 activations of Sure Shot and an attack, or 2 activations and a Javelineer. Yeah. Puts them at 9. Kefnet activation, Desperation. It's exactly lethal next turn if they don't play a blocker. See, why would they not return a land? It's a little weird. Alright, we need to use limits this turn. Oh, shoot. Don't want to steal Kefnet, because that's not one we can attack with so easily. And then, make sure we get our attack off. No reason to attack with the Brawler. Wait till after blockers are declared, and then we can just go for the win. Is that it? Are we 3-0? Yes! Alright. Good start, but these matches have been tough. Our decks have a lot of play to them. Certainly they can overcome some bombs. You know, gods, flyers, mythics, whatever. So, let's keep going.